Recording in progress.
All right. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Let's hit it. Hello, hello, and welcome to our humble little podcast. This is Atlantis After Dark, the greatest place in all of cyberspace. You know, my wife was devastated when she found out the reason why my nickname is the Love Machine. It's because I'm terrible at tennis. I'll tell you what, I'm ready to go already. I think you guys are ready to go too, so let's not waste a whole lot more time. Let's get right into it and meet today's All-Stars. Warming up in the bullpen, the other day he got onto an elevator with a beautiful woman. He leaned over and asks, "Can I smell your vagina?" She says, "Of course not." He says, "Oh, well, it must be your feet then." It's Biffed by Adam West. What's the word, dude?
What's going on? How we doing?
Hey, we're doing. It's been a long time, man.
Hasn't been that long, has it?
Well, you weren't on the last episode, and you...
I missed one show.
Yeah, okay. Well, it feels like forever.
That's a long time.
It is a long time.
Yes.
Especially when you take a break. Anyways, welcome back to the show. And moving right along. Next up, he is the Sorcerer Supreme of Cyberspace. I asked him how things were going the other day. He said, terrible, just terrible. It's been raining for 3 days straight, and all my mother-in-law can do is stare through the window. And I said, really? That's terrible. He said, yeah. If it goes on like this, he's probably going to have to let her in. It's Retmus. What's happening, Big Kahuna?
Oh, not much, buddy. Just glad to be here as always. Ready to have some fun.
I'm ready to have some fun, too. Are we going to do it?
Oh, definitely.
All right. That's what I like to hear. Welcome back to the show, pal, and thanks for being here. Next up, he's the gangster of ganja. The other day, he was telling me he's ready for a vacation, only this year he's going to do it differently. 3 years ago, he went to Spain and his wife got pregnant. 2 years ago, he went to Italy and his wife got pregnant. Last year, he went to France and his wife got pregnant. And I said, that's incredible. What are you doing different this year? He said, this year I'm taking her with me. It's Sekju. Welcome, sir.
Oh, my God.
Ouch.
I thought that one might...
know the sassy look she's going to give me when we listen to this.
Oh, it's all in fun. Well, welcome back to the show. Glad to have you, buddy.
Oh, happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
And last but not least, everybody knows this next All-Star. His mom called him up while he was driving home from work one day and said, "Oh my God, be careful out there. Some idiot is driving the wrong way down the interstate." He said, "Well, look, Mom, it's not just one car. There's hundreds of them." It's Tootytron. Welcome to the show, buddy.
You are throwing out bangers today. I like it.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, boy. Welcome back to the show. Glad to have everybody here in such a chipper mood on a post-Thanksgiving, post-raid episode of AAD. Welcome, one and all. I guess, without further ado, let's get into some DCL. My gong worked. There. Stupid gong. All right. Let's start off with the big topic of the room. Raids have well, not just finished up, but they're going to wrap up today. And it's my understanding that AAD might finish in the top 10 for the first time ever. Is that a true statement? Can somebody confirm that?
We can either confirm or
think
deny.
we can. Yeah. I think we can confirm that. But yeah,
I just want to make sure I say that up front before anything happens. Like, you know, by the end of the podcast, we're all of a sudden in the 11th place because somebody's making a big rush for it, you know. But
yeah, no, I think with 7 hours to go, we are fairly safe.
That's just amazing. So you guys, apparently you weren't trying to do this, right? This was all just sloughing, taking it easy. Do you think it's because everybody else took the Thanksgiving day or the Thanksgiving weekend off, or is it because AAD is just so fucking badass?
We're fucking badass.
Yeah,
right. That's what I think too.
I mean, listen, we could finish top 10 every time if we wanted to. We could probably finish second every time if we wanted to.
Sure.
But I think the thing is, a lot of people in the alliance had time off, and they just kept going. And we did our normal shutdown on Friday night at reset, I did a soft shutdown, said, anyone that's hit him hard today, take it easy over the weekend, just like always. And people kept going. And when people kept going, I kept going. And when I kept going, someone else kept going. And next thing you know, we have a pretty good cushion.
That's how most gangbangs start. Anyways, yeah, no, I see the point. Yeah, it's God, it just amazes me. I never thought that I would ever see the day where AAD was top 10 anything, let alone we had top 10 in
weeklies.
In weeklies
that
a couple of times.
That one really fucked me up.
We've done that a few times.
But they've all been by accident. I think it's important that we clarify.
Accident my ass.
And it's only because Tootie's like, hey, we've got some good AOE tunes this week for the weekly, and I need to load up on my Alliance Store energy, and we're all like, okay, we can get on board with that. And that's when it happens, when there's like 3 of those in a week, and then we're like, oh shit, we finished in the top 10. It's bad for our street cred when people think we're trying.
Yeah.
It doesn't even take that much effort. Like, we need 2 people to get 1,500 points on a PvE day, and boom, top 10.
Taskmaster Tootie.
But it's funny because he actually got me on board for a little bit, because when Siren was a common in the shop, I was actually down to almost 0 alliance points. So I was like, okay, I'm going to back Tootie on this one. I'm almost out of essence or whatever. And now that they took Siren out and I'm really farming nobody in the alliance shop, now I'm up to like 250,000. Again.
There's so many good characters in the store right now. And
yes, there is.
I'm farming like 6 of them.
I am so stuck. I think I'm only doing Starfire, Ares, and one more. But and Eclipso, obviously. But Eclipso has shown up like twice for me.
Who's all in the shop?
That is your luck.
Oh yeah. Oh god. I can't.
I just had a double Eclipso today, Beth.
I got a double Eclipso yesterday.
Oh, good deal.
Yeah.
I usually get a
I was like, whoa.
Who's in the store?
They switched it up. Like I'm farming Arsenal. I'm farming White Lantern Sinestro. I'm farming. Hold on, let me take a gander at it real quick. Sure. There's quite a few of them. Saint Walker. I'm farming.
Yeah, I'm grabbing
Mandat, Amazo, Beast Boy, Lex. I'm literally farming all of them.
Lex. Which Lex?
Yeah, Harley quite vexing.
Is that Assault Warsuit Lex?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think AW Lex is like actually really good. Aside from his shitty nuke.
Once upon a time, he was a meta, wasn't he?
For like a month.
Yeah, I remember him briefly. He was one of the meta tunes.
I think he made Convoluted's Raid Essentials list for a while.
Oh god.
Did he really?
Yeah. I actually am serious about that. I think he was on it.
I was gonna say, you fucking chin. Oh man, no, but so it sounds like a good time. Who was the MVP this go around as far as tunes go?
Geez,
in the raid?
That's easy. That's
Retmus.
easy. Retmus by far.
Retmus
over 2,000 boss attacks.
Holy shit!
Yeah, but it's still a team effort.
Oh no, of course, but no. I mean, listen, you don't. But I think it is a little eye-opening to the team. Actually, most of us have come from a top 10 alliance at some point, but some of the people that we've been so far removed from doing it, I think some people are looking at the totals of some people and being like, "Oh yeah, this is why we don't do it."
I feel like I'm one of those people right now. Whatchamacallit? I went from being an owl, literally first place every fucking time, and then the one time that AAD goes for top 10, I've got literally 2 alliance boss hits.
Feel free to jump in at any time.
I will. I'm almost done with my solos, and then I'm jumping in.
The important thing, though, we didn't even talk about this at all inside the alliance. The only announcement I made when people started coming to us, and I started realizing it was the people in 10th, 11th, and 12th start messaging me. Like, what are you guys doing to get us to try to figure out if we're actually doing this? And I was like, we're not doing anything. Like, just people are just continuing to go. We don't have any strategy. And the only message I sent out to the alliance was, no expectations have changed.
Yeah.
The weekend is still your weekend. You are off. If you want to hit, if you got the energy, we have a few new people that came from top 10s. And with them, I just said, no, don't hit anymore because you came from a top 10, you don't have the buildup of Alliance energy we do from our strategy.
Yeah.
So a lot of us have 8,000, 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 Alliance energy. So
20,000.
Yeah. So
I've got a few. You want to borrow some from me?
9,000.
Yeah. So what I just tell people is if you have the time and the energy, spend your loot. But if you don't want to do it this weekend, don't do it. We changed no expectations. There was no organization around it.
I blame Secju. Him and his reverse psychology.
Yeah, fair enough. you won't do it, Redmus.
You too.
Everybody just blames Sectu. That's the whole thing. Everybody just blames him.
He kept bumping it up like 500 every time.
Right.
Yeah, every time he did, I'm like, you won't do 2,000.
But it's fun. I woke up this morning, like last night, I was like, oh, let's see how the overnight goes, because we do have a lot of US based people. So the overnight, generally we drop a little bit on the weekends. And so I woke up this morning, we were in 7th when I went to bed. I woke up this morning, we were in 5th. I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking Looney Tunes.
That is insane, man.
Secju and I just stayed up and had fun last night.
Yeah. What's up with that digital dick measuring contest you guys have going on? I don't.
Oh, we don't. It's all good.
No, it's not a dick measuring contest. It's what we happen to. I don't know. We're like, hey, do you want to do this? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to be up late. I'm like, sweet, let's just beat the shit out of this Alliance boss and make sure that we hold our spot. And then we started gaining spots.
You know what we'll do next time, Secju? We'll open it up and we'll just watch a movie together at the same time while we're doing it.
There you go. You can pick.
Okay.
You're going to be on.
I used to manipulate Sectu a lot because it was very important to him to be the top dog. So whenever I saw a lull in the team, I just started smacking bosses and just go like one ahead of them. And next thing you know, I'm like 50 behind him. And I'm like,
yeah, but those days are behind us because he crushed me organically last month. I was planning to step back myself last month, and then Retmus comes out swinging with his big dick raid boss energy. Just fucking my God, like mushroom stamps me. Like,
right?
I was gonna step back, and he put me in my seat for me. So I was like, okay, that's fine.
That's right. Who's got the bigger digital dick?
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's not a dick measuring contest, because Retmus won already. It's not a contest when you already have the winner.
Yeah, there's no contest.
It's never been a contest. It's like I said, it's all a team effort, and it doesn't matter who has the most points. We all just contribute and have fun, and that's all that matters. I don't care if I have the lowest score or the highest score, or I'm in the middle. It's having fun playing, and that's what I did since I had the day off. That's all I did, just played. And I enjoyed it because I very rarely get that chance. And it's just cool, that I get to, chat with everybody, and then, Secju's egging me on, and then we just chat back and forth and have fun. I mean, that's what it's all about.
So if you're going to watch a movie together next time you do it, make sure it's Zack Snyder's Justice League. That way you can time yourself to 4 hours and 2 minutes exactly.
Oh, you know what was perfect is last night at 2 a.m. Wonder Woman came on TNT. So with commercials and shit, that's like 3 hours.
Yeah,
that carried me through till like 5 a.m. doing raid bosses.
I watched that too last night. That's insane. I watched the Wonder Woman 2 on TNT last night.
It was Providence.
It was. That's insane. So who was the best raid character of this raid, I guess?
Well, I mean, Spectre was 5 times.
Well, so, Spectre was twice. So he's pretty much... So was there a situation where everybody was just using Spectre, and that's it?
I would say Cyborg's a close second.
Cyborg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cyborg was good as a 2-time. I think the jury's still out if he's going to be with the rework, if he's going to be better than Arcus as a non-bonus. I think that's going to be close. But yeah, I mean, Spectre's a 5-time, obviously stole the show. I was happy to see we got a lot of use out of the question. Again, as a non-bonus.
Yeah.
So she's kind of making her way into possible, I don't know if essential yet, but because she is tied to heroes versus, she doesn't help Lois as much.
Well, she still helps her a good bit though. Like I was using Lois with her this raid, and I'm like, she's still bumps her up pretty quick, even though she doesn't call that third assist that she does with the hero. She still works with the villains too. So
yeah. So I mean, I think we've been going for the last 2 days in the Alliance boss. We've been doing the question inspector.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Tootie, what did you do on your 2 attacks?
Okay. He dropped that one right on top of you, man.
Oh, that was great. That was so
brutal.
Great. Yeah, I loved it.
I'm on it right now. I'm getting MVP on the Alliance boss right now.
You do not have to do anything. That's the beauty, like Rep said, of this team. I don't care if people do no boss attacks for 2 months in a row, as long as we communicate and everyone always covers each other. So that is no big deal in our Alliance.
Did you finish up your solos, Tootie?
I just did about 10 minutes ago.
All right, good deal.
Yes.
Nice.
So I will be on the Alliance boss the majority of the rest of the day.
Don't worry.
Yeah, you don't have to.
We're in pretty good shape.
Wouldn't sweat it, man.
Until I feel like I've contributed.
You need at least 1,000. So
at least 1,000 on day 4.
I'll get to 50 and I'll be like, all right, here we go.
By the way, I had to check earlier today what the top 10 rewards even were. Because I know it's
you
one
get
more
an extra rebirth crystal,
I knew that. But I was like, oh, what else am I going to get for the first time since, the old KOA days?
What is it?
It's like 40 more shards.
Is it?
I think 3,000 more
gems,
legendary essence.
Okay. So it's a little bit. It's more than you had.
I have drastically reduced my spending recently, and 1 extra rebirth token is $20 in my pocket. So
there you
I'm fucking happy about it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's really crazy? This is really so easy to do. If we just had literally, I would say 3-4 people max, we could hit top 10 every time if just that many people wanted to do it, and nobody else would even have to worry about it.
Easy.
It's just the people that want to do it. So, I mean, anytime section, if you want to do the, burn the midnight oil, we could hit it anytime we feel like it.
Let's not make this a.
We're not doing it a regular.
Yeah, let's not do this.
Biff is putting the hammer down.
No, but I'm not sure who had this idea because I was pretty ripped last night. But me and Retmus were talking. I don't know, Rhett, if this was your idea or my idea, but we were thinking about doing for 2023 a top 10 AAD top 10 roulette.
Yeah.
where we randomly pick 1 month and don't tell anybody and just do this and just go top 10. So all those people that thought they were safe at 11 after day 2, they'll never know if they are safe ever again.
Isn't it kind of better just to let it happen organically though? Like this time, you had no idea that it was going to happen. Then it's like, oh, wow, look at this.
Yeah. Something spontaneous is sometimes fun. You plan for something and you can sometimes kill it before it,
Well, I had to pull aside the 2 new people that was their first raid with us. Just say, guys, this is not.
It's not normal.
This is not.
Oh, that's right. We got 2 new. George McNair and who was the other one? It escapes my mind.
Why is it? Homelander.
Homelander. That's it.
So, so we just, I had to make sure they knew that this is not the way we run things.
Right.
Because, we set an expectation of people coming. Most people come to us from top 10 wanting to take a step back. Right. So the last thing I want to do on people's first experience with them is move the ball. Right.
By the way, welcome to the new teammates, George McNair and Homelander. Yeah. Why can't I remember his damn name?
Should be easy with all the.
I know it should be. He's posted Homelander gifts all over the place. I've seen him here and all over the place, and I should be able to remember that. You would think that I'd be able to. Anyways, so raids sounds like it was a lot of fun, and at least it's going to live up to its hype this month. No raids next month, so you got to be jazzed about that.
Yeah. Way to close out the year.
Well, have they announced that there's no raids next year? Because they typically don't, but I just, to be on the safe side.
I don't think they've announced it yet, but I guess we'll have to wait.
I don't remember the last time they had one.
I don't think they announced it either. But... Anyways, we're going to forge ahead and say that there's no raids in December. So,
and if there are, sorry, shit.
Right on.
We will not. If there are, we will not be top 10. I promise.
Right.
So,
cards subject to change, kids.
Yeah. So Bat Family Army and flying storks and all you people that just got really nervous really fast. We're not going to do it again.
Oh God, what a great time! What a great time. So let's talk a little bit about, and Tootie had stepped out for just a bit. He'll be right back. But I want to start up just a little bit without him, and I want to talk about the new tunes were recently revealed. They're Lilo and Stitch, right? No, I mean Cheshire and Stitch, right?
Oh.
Otherwise known as two characters I don't know for 1,000, right, Biff?
Maybe you stole my joke.
Yeah. Sorry. Characters Biff doesn't know for 1,000, right?
Yeah, no, like
oh damn, now he stole the other joke.
I stole the other joke too. No, there you go.
Who are two heroes and villains that have never been in my kitchen?
Right.
You've never heard of Cheshire for real?
For real.
I thought you watched
is Cheshire a cat?
No.
Didn't you watch Young Justice, Biff?
Yeah.
No.
I swore you watched that one.
No.
No. Well.
Wasn't she and I don't know much about the lore, but wasn't she a slave at one point?
I didn't even know she was a she.
I don't know about that. A slave?
No? Maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong.
I honestly don't know much about Cheshire to chime in on that. Maybe we should have had Lore King.
Yeah, we should have had Lore King. Where is he?
Welcome.
Can we get him? Can we dial him in? Can we get him in on here,
out of here
real quick?
Yeah, I don't know.
She's a love interest of Arsenal.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, I knew that part of it.
Oh,
like,
okay.
It's
I
the
didn't.
Mother of his.
Who
kid,
am I? Maybe I'm
but,
confusing her with somebody else. Then who fucking knows?
It's also Artemis Croc's sister, all that fun stuff. Sportsmaster's daughter.
Right. Your
And she
cousin's
wears the
former
cat.
roommate.
She has a cat mask on from like what Alice in Wonderland, like Cheshire Cat. That's where the name comes from.
No,
That's why I asked. See, that's why I asked.
Her face looks like a cat, like the Cheshire Cat with a big smile.
So yeah,
there you go.
And what is it? Who is the other one? Stitch is now. I'm going to take a stab at this. Wasn't she like an understudy of Dr. Fate?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I finally got something right.
It's actually like an it or they because it's a rag doll that was animated, so it doesn't really have a gender.
Oh,
and they want to force that saying because they always say like we prefer they is what they. It's weird why they say that.
So it's a superhero that has pronouns.
Yes.
Essentially, yes.
Okay. All right.
I can't wait for the character though, because there's supposed to be synergy between Stitch and Dr. Fate. So I want to see what that is. I'm curious.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, before you see the kits, who are you most excited for, I suppose?
Well, Stitch for the synergy. If it's a good synergy, it'd be cool. I mean Cheshire, I know Cheshire better, from Young Justice.
Right.
But Stitch is just because it's like an unknown kind of. I only read one comic book with Stitch in it. So, and it's a Titans Academy. It's not bad. It's pretty good. So, I mean, I'm curious. It'll be cool to see. Something new to play with. Well, we didn't ask you, Biff.
Oh my God.
Hey, you got to remember, I only had like 3.5 hours sleep, half hour less than normal, so I'm a little snippy.
I don't.
Yeah, well, Tootie's rejoined us, so if he has anything to add to the, who are you most excited for without seeing their kits? Would it be Lilo or Stitch?
Isn't that my thing? Didn't I post that?
I don't know. Did you?
I did. That was my Reddit post.
Was it? Oh, Christ. Okay. Maybe I was going through Reddit and I thought, oh, that's pretty good. I got some other things from Reddit we'll talk about here later. But yeah. Though I'm sorry, I won't steal your thunder, Tootie. You take it away then.
Oh, no, you're okay. I'm excited for Cheshire for sure. I like the idea of what they describe Stitch as. They say that especially effective when Dr. Fate is around. And, I think a lot of the time people are kind of averse to like direct synergy characters where like they shine better when X character is nearby. And I am starting to disagree with that notion that it's a bad thing. I like it a lot now because we're getting very close to 200 characters in the game, right? Like we have plenty of characters that we're starting to get to the point where these characters that come out like Grail, for instance, that are not bad, but they do basically stuff that other people already do, you know,
right.
Just like slightly worse, you know. And I think a good way for the game to expand creatively is to create little sidekick characters or little synergistic characters that are massively improved when, you know, when Hawk and Dove are together or when Stitch and Fate are together. I think
I always thought they should have the dynamic duo when Batman and Robin are together. They should have some synergy there because that's like the main duo team that was created.
Sure. And this ties back into my thing that says, you know, if you're going to create synergies between two characters, why not the Wonder Twins? I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, I think the Wonder Twins should be a single unit. They should be.
You think there should be one person?
Character?
One.
Yeah, and they're just like they take the same spot on the team, you know.
I like that idea.
Two faces in one square.
See, it would be cool though if they could implement that game mechanic without having to make it a part of their kit specifically. Like if somehow it was coded that if you use Batman and Robin, any combination of Batman and Robin on the same team, you would get dynamic duo bonus or something like that for like damage stats for your whole team.
That would be nice.
Or again, like if Batman and Superman are on the same team, you get a world's finest bonus and you have better defensive stats or something like that for the whole team. So like, I don't know how hard something like that would be able to be to code in as like a game mechanic, but
it's not hard.
That would just be cool because then you could make that something universal for the free-to-play players and the whales. It would be cool. It would add a new game dynamic. If it's not hard, why not throw everyone a bone?
I'll tell you how.
I know you can't monetize it, I guess, so there's no incentive.
I'll tell you how easy it would be to do. Think about it like this: every character has an ID. That's how they load into the game. All you have to do is say if this ID is loaded in and this ID is loaded in,
then
adjust scores. You know, adjust values. I mean, it's really that simplistic. It's not hard at all.
Because that would be cool, I think. Like, and you could do that with so many different teams. And yeah, you could still keep like your Titan synergies and the things that they already have built into kits, but you could do like these different and famous team ups or like a Legion of Doom bonus when you use the Legion of Doom characters together for the, you know, the villains fans, right?
The more like... every Legion of Doom character that's added has like an extra 5 or 10% like stat boost to a skill or something.
Or they do like critical damage or something, more critical damage when you have more Legion of Doom members on the same team. So like you could even customize your bonuses. Like you could build your teams based around having the world's finest bonus plus the dynamic duo bonus and the Justice League bonus. So like you could have stacking bonuses that really start to customize how you bring a team into a match and how you build a defensive team too for your, you know, defense log.
Mm-hmm.
So Retmus, I know you haven't seen the kit yet, but you're a big Dr. Fate fan. So do you think if the Stitch kit is decent, are you going to take them RB5?
Great possibility.
Yeah.
It's a great possibility. I mean, Dr. Fate, as everybody knows, is one of my favorite characters, and anything that's associated with it, with Dr. Fate, yeah, I can see that. It's quite possible. But see, the hard thing is jumping into it right at the beginning. Like, should I just sell, you know, $500-600, you know, and just ramp them up real quick? Or if I don't do it, then I miss out. So, you know, it's one of those catch-22s. And what if Stitch is just horrible, you know, and, you know, then it would just be for fan service if I did it that way. So I don't know. It's a hard choice. I'm really, really debating about it.
That's fair.
I don't think being a Dr. Fate fan ties you into having like a need to have that sidekick though. It's like you have your RB5 Fate, so like you can be content in that regard. And if the synergy happens to make Fate better, then maybe you don't need it to be RB5. Maybe L5 is just fine for what you need that character to work for too. So
I can see that.
100%.
Well, don't stop him from paying money to the game, right?
Oh, I mean, he's a grown-ass man. He can do what he wants with his money.
Oh, man.
You guys want some money? Bring out King Tut next month.
Right?
I will commit
RB5.
to an instant RB5 on King Tut.
They should just do like...
Now, if they bring out like Wutan, Dr. Fate's like arch enemy, then I might just go straight RB5 just because I would have both of them. It's like having like a Superman and a Dark Side. You know,
I can understand this.
Yeah.
I would go all in on Wu-Tang.
Do you know who that is? Do you know who it is?
Wu-Tang Clan.
He ain't nothing
he thinks it's a rap
Wu-Tang Clan
gang.
ain't nothing to fuck with.
He thinks it's a rap group.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. No, the greatest rap conglomeration of all time. And it's not even close.
Oh.
So don't at me, people.
That's right. Don't at him.
Greatest rap conglomeration of all time.
Oh, seriously. Everybody at him and tell him why he's wrong.
There is no argument. There is no argument.
Oh, God.
When I was little, my mom bought me Wu-Tang jeans, not knowing what they were, and my sister was like, "You cannot wear those to school."
I can tell you this. I'll tell you guys a quick story about Wu-Tang. So Wu-Tang came to a small little club in Connecticut when I was in my either late teens or early 20s. And I was a huge Wu-Tang fan. So I decided that I had the bright idea that I was going to go to the show. I walked in the door of that small club in New Britain, Connecticut, and I swear to God, it was the record skip. Every eye looked towards me, and it was just like, what's this guy doing here? Like it was the funniest thing. And I just walked in, ordered a beer, but it was, yeah, there was one person that looked different than everyone else in that club. Let's just put it that way. It was me. But I had a great time.
That's what I was going to ask. Did you have a good time?
I had fun with everybody.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, listen, that's, yeah.
If you're there to enjoy the tunes, shit,
no.
you know.
But it was just funny to just see the whole place stop when some 5'8" white guy walks in.
Oh boy! All right, well, let's get back to our recurring theme here. And one of these days, I'm going to make some theme music for this. But I read it on Reddit.
By the way, I quit Reddit.
No, you didn't, because we're going to get to that. Hold on.
Okay.
I've got something for you, Biff, because that's actually the first piece on Reddit that I want to talk about. I read it on Reddit. Here we go. Now, there's someone on there named Biffed by Adam West who wrote in about the raid bug. You know, the one where you have to kick people out of the alliance and have them reapply. And he writes, "It only happens during raids, and I think that sucks, and I hope you all catch the clap. Signed, Biff." Biff?
I think
explain yourself.
What I actually posted was a lot less controversial than some of the responses I got, is what I'll say. And by the way, this raid, AAD, had 11 people that needed to be kicked out and reapply. 11.
Right.
It's more than 1/3 of the whole freaking alliance.
Right.
That's what got me in a little bit of a tizzy. And as people know, I don't complain about things. I have very little expectations.
Yeah, but you took to Reddit with
dynamic
with
duo synergy. Yeah, it's easy, as Retmus says, but we're not getting it.
Yeah.
So you went with much gusto.
Yeah, no, but it's just one of those things where we shouldn't have to just delete a person's history with our alliance,
right?
Just because of some stupid thing that can probably be easily corrected. And you know, I've been talking to people. There was someone from, I think, Monster Society of Evil that was the leader of the alliance that this happened to last raid, and he was stuck. He's just out. There's nothing he could do.
Wow.
So I thought of it from my own perspective. Like if that happens to me, I'm out. I have nothing. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
No, you know, because
that was the fear that I had forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if it happens to me?
So So does the bug resolve itself after raids?
That's what I think. I asked someone that, and I'm guessing that is it, because the response they gave me was they got no compensation. They just got that standard, you know, hey, we've passed this on email. Yeah. But I'm not even worried about compensation. Like, if you give me a raid weekend off, I'll live with it. I just don't want the alliance affected, and I want to make sure it does self-correct at the end of raids. I'm guessing that is the case.
Okay. Yeah, you're right, though. It sucks. I wasn't even thinking of that in those terms, but I haven't experienced this bug until this raid. Yeah. So I had my complete history with AAD the whole way back to it starting, like, over, you know, almost 2 years ago. And that kind of sucks to lose that whole history.
Yeah. I mean, that's cosmetic, but it's still real.
Yeah, but, like, you know, it's...
Yeah. It's like, it sucks. It's just one of those things that shouldn't have to happen. And it just seems like such a weird fix that we have to manually fix it. Mm-hmm. By doing something as silly as kicking them out and letting them
you
back.
Also have to know the fix. You have to be involved enough in the community to know the fix. So, you know, you had those guys on that Reddit post that were whining because it's like, oh, it's affecting the whales, so that makes it a bigger problem now. And it's like, no, it affects the entire community.
It affects everybody. Right.
And certain people in the community don't have access to Discord or don't have access to Reddit or don't think to check those places because they're just very casually playing the game, and suddenly their raid experience is ruined. They have no idea why. They get a shit response from customer service from WB, and we wonder why the game can't grow. So it's one of many reasons why, but that's a problem. Like, there's very casual players out there that don't know this fix. Like, the people probably down in like the 300s for alliance ranking probably don't know how to fix this problem when it happens to them in the raid, and they're just stuck.
Yeah,
I would guess.
Yeah, so you two twats that gave me those snotty responses, thinking that I was somehow doing this self-servingly. Yeah, it's people that aren't whales that are affected worse. So F off.
What did they say to you that got you in a tizzy?
I didn't get in a tizzy. I actually said, I wish you and your family the best in the holiday season. I'm out of here. Like, because they started saying that I was trying to use some sort of power I have, which I have.
Like, what power is this you speak of?
His magical powers of erasure.
As a name in the community to jump the line of other bug fixes by making this a priority, basically because Biff and the whales said so.
Oh, okay.
These guys, like, just, I can't even. Like,
they were really upset that Flatline's passive didn't work for a month, and that matters more to them than having a functional raid, clearly. Yeah. Oh, and that one fucking twat that was calling you a hypocrite, good sir. Well, let me tell you something, good sir, because I hope you're a listener. Learn the definition of a hypocrite, you moronic fucking twat. Basically, Biff saying in his original post, I have no expectation this is actually going to get fixed, but this is a problem. We should probably have it looked at. And this guy copies like a comment from like however many raids ago that Biff made,
like a couple months ago.
Yeah, basically saying the same thing. Like, you know, I've learned to keep expectations low, and you know, when WB disappoints you, they're going to disappoint you because you know who they are. And the guy's like, you're a hypocrite, good sir. There's nothing fucking hypocritical about what Biff said. You're just fucking stupid. So I hope if you're a listener, you can hear me calling you fucking stupid, you fucking moron. You're dumb. My name's Sekju. Wow. You're a fucking idiot. Okay. I just wanted to get that out there.
What Sekju said.
Wow. Straight fire. You're spitting straight fire today, man.
I fucking hate Reddit. Reddit is a goddamn cesspool. It is the fucking worst. And every time I post, like, I was joking in the thing, every time I go there, it's like once every like 3 months, it's sure enough, it's just full of dumb fucking people saying dumb fucking shit, thinking they're important, and they're not. They're just irrelevant twats, and they should shut the fuck up.
Thumbs up. Can't follow that.
But I wish both of their families the best over the holiday season.
Very good.
Which is how I ended it and just left.
And happy Thanksgiving, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, let's move on to the next. I read it on Reddit. This one is Reddit. Yes. We got this is a whole thing, man. We're doing this. Howdy Felix, spelled HWDY Felix. I'm assuming that's Howdy. Asks, please make Enchantress initial move grant a guaranteed team damage immunity. So tired of praying to the RNG gods to survive the first wave of attacks against Atrocitus teams. What do we think of this, and is this a good suggestion?
I 100% love it. I think that I just recently had a conversation with someone. There's like in Discord, there are like these make your own kit channels or whatever, and people submit their own kits for characters that they enjoy and how they would improve them or whatever. And one guy put like this ability on Flash that was like turn 0, that if like someone started the match with an extra amount of turn meter, that he would like get a super boost or something like that. But it was only an 80% chance to do so. And I was like, look, if there's an ability that does something at turn 0, you want it to be guaranteed, because you do not want a hard counter to be based on RNG. You like, if it's a hard counter, make it a hard counter, not a hard counter 75% of the time, because then you're getting your ass chewed by fucking Atrocitus, and you're just like waiting for your damage immunity to go off. Like you just hit retry basically until the damage immunity goes off. Like how is that, like, I don't know what the word for that would be, but how is that even useful? How is that like, it's a waste of time. You're it's a waste of energy, because you just spent 3 PvP energy because the first 2 fights your damage immunity didn't proc, and now you're just waiting for the RNG to work in your favor so you can win the fucking fight. So any turn 0 ability needs to be 100% guaranteed, otherwise it's a waste of an ability.
Well, let me ask this: would that turn Enchantress then into a meta character?
It could. I think she's very underrated. Mine is RB5, because I think that if you put her on a heal team or like characters that do like heals, she fucking spams that AoE all the time. Right. She can, like, if you put her off lead under Darkside, she can always use her basic attack and almost always put damage immunity on your team. Like, she's a very powerful character, very underrated. She's the reason why I got to pass the round 1 of the Tournament of Legends a couple times, like because I constantly used her effectively and getting that damage immunity off on her basic. She is phenomenal, and people just don't like her because of that RNG chance.
I've seen a lot more of her of late, and in some comps I really don't like, from just having to play them perspective, where some Enchantress, Terra, Trigon combos that can really cause a ruckus.
100%.
Like, but I agree with you, especially in something like Siege, like the turn 0 stuff that's a percentage is hard to account for.
Yeah, I actually typically don't even upgrade characters that I can't bring to L5, and because of Enchantress's effectiveness, at least even though she's an RNG effective character against Atro lead, I brought her up just for that purpose and have been using her and making some of those Twadi teams that Biff has been talking about. But I think it'd be great to make it a 100% move, because if she was used more frequently amongst the community, that would actually, in this Siege alone, create a little bit more diversity in the teams. Because if you had more Enchantress lead out there, it would inspire you to use more Wally and Cersei to peel off that damage immunity with your opening strategies, versus everyone more or less just running this Atro Supergirl Brainiac combination that's been going on the whole time, which again, very easy Siege, and I'm not going to complain about that. I'm very happy it's been an easy Siege. But yeah, I think making it a guaranteed move would have made this Siege better, because there would have been more diversity of teams to play with.
By the way, you know what is the best counter to Enchantress?
No, let me hear it.
Batgirl. She strips, because she strips the damage immunity and then the retaliation.
That's your answer to everything. Batgirl.
But no, not necessarily. The Batgirl teams absolutely crush Enchantress teams.
Yeah.
Now the Trigon's an interesting.
He throws a whole new wrench into the mix.
He can throw a monkey wrench into a lot of things.
Right.
Especially when you
can't. And mine will be RB3 tomorrow. So.
Oh, very good! Congratulations.
Get used to seeing a lot of him when you
Trigon?
see me. No, I've been running a lot of Batgirl with Trigon, and with their retail teams that just absolutely melt people.
You do like evasion comps.
I love Trigon because of the disease aspect of it, but I can never RB him at all. because he is unfortunately disgustingly overpowered.
Yes, he is.
And honestly, I don't think he even needs it because all of his damage comes from his disease. You know, it's like it's all about survivability, but he almost always has a damage immunity too. So I'm like, okay, that
and he heals and over heals and everything too, and shields and everything else. So.
I have seen a difference in RBs versus non-RBs for him because you still have those things out there like poison and things that can take him out as a blue. And mine doesn't, you know, just like looks at poison and just kind of says, "Good day, miss." I'm sticking around, even if he doesn't
get her AoE off before he gets his first turn.
She can, but it needs some, you know, I mean, because listen, what he does really well is he can retell on turns, not attacks.
Right.
So
it's an out of turn attack. It's not.
Yeah. So just whenever anyone on your team moves, whether it's a buff, like, because there are certain people you can just buff and then no one comes back at you, but he responds to anything.
Right.
So that's what makes poison a tough match for him because poison takes so long to get her turn.
So you think that damage immunity could fall off before she
Correct.
gets the nuke? I see.
Correct.
I see.
But believe me, she's in danger too. I mean, like, but I'm just saying, like, he is susceptible to being hit hard by a hard-hitting red if he doesn't have that damage immunity.
Fair.
Well, yeah. There you have it. Do we want to do another Ask Reddit question, or do we think we want to wrap it up?
No, I'll do another one.
Depends what the question is.
Okay. Oh, well.
Hey, can I get one more thing, AB, before the question?
Sure.
I just want to apologize to the Reddit community at large for calling you a bunch of fucking twats.
Oh.
I just want to go back to that and say I don't mean all of you.
Yes.
I only mean the ones giving Biff shit. Because Biff is a cool fucking guy. He's just putting something out there for the benefit of the whole community. And people always seem to give him shit on these goddamn Reddit threads. And I know it's not just these two jokers that are bugging him on this one. It's other people too. So I don't mean to call the entire community a bunch of asshats, but still fuck you guys that give Biff shit.
By the way, there are some times where I incite a little bit once in a while. I don't do it often, but there's some times where I get shit on Reddit where I'll say, okay, I probably could have worded my response a little bit nicer to keep that.
I think that's the Reddit effect, though. It's similar to the Twitter effect, but to a lesser degree. Like, you know, you see someone, it happens to me all the time. You know, I'll post a video, right? A 2D tune, sure. I have like 2 or 3 people that are like pretty heavy critics of my work. And like every now and again, I'm like, this motherfucking bitch. Like, I put so much effort into this shit. And I'll light their asses on fire for a little bit, and you know, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that no matter what.
Yeah.
It's just it's more of a pride thing. You know, you could easily look at it and be like, wow, that's a terrible take. I'm glad I don't really care about your opinion. Or you could be like, what the absolute fuck are you talking about? And you could really dig into it. But
yeah, I remember when I had the audacity one time to post a link to our show that answered one of the questions.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, and I got absolutely skewered by everyone to say, just answer the fucking question. Don't point them to your content. Like,
jeez.
It's like, no, we work really hard on this. Like, well, actually, I shouldn't say we work really hard, but we do spend a lot of our own personal time.
Sure.
To put this together. And there is parts of our show that does take a lot of planning and a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of our shows are what you hear today, bullshitting.
Yeah.
And isn't a ton of preparation, but there is some stuff we do. And I'm sorry if you would like me to microwave the answer for you.
That happens all the time.
Like, oh, I know.
I think on a Cyborg episode I did, like someone was like, how good is Atrocitus? And I'm like, I fucking have an Atrocitus video, dude. Watch it.
Yep. That sounds about right.
To the show, and then you get the response. It's legendary order, please. Just type it.
Yeah, everybody wants spoon-fed.
Yeah,
nobody wants to take the effort.
Response: Google DCL toolkit.
Yeah, exactly.
I fucking hate that question with a passion.
Oh my God.
it's read the abilities, see what you need in your like repertoire, your arsenal, and decide. Like, it's not hard.
I have an easy answer. Just plan to L5 them.
Yeah.
And then it's easy.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But that's
exactly.
If you say that though, then all of the free to play people are like, I can't afford to go L5.
Well, I don't mean plan to L5 them now. Just assume that, fuck it. Take whatever powers seem like you said good to you now. Plan to L5 them and don't worry about it. Just play with them as you see fit.
Yeah.
Right.
But
always
don't worry
take
about
the
other
shards.
people's opinions on what is best for you.
My rule of thumb for all characters, check their passives out first, because they're passives, and that's usually what I go by. I usually try and do 4 and 5 first if it's going to be beneficial. If it looks like it's going to be a passive that is no good at all, then I'll skip it. But that's where my ranking always went first, were to the passives.
Yeah.
I think even most people that listen to content, even free to play, can generally with a new character get them to L4, maybe for at least the free character. So I usually approach Legendary Order from just looking at what's the worst one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not worried about what's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just worried about what's 5, because, I have every character in the game L4 or above, but even new characters, can even free to play players can get people to L4, at least one of the 2 a month.
Yeah. I was just thinking the Siege tune, they might only be able to get to L1 if they're lower ranking on the Siege end.
Right. And then it's okay. Then it's an easier question. What's the best?
Right.
Like, and we'll go back to Tootie's answer. We're not going to spoon feed you what's the best. You look at them, you decide what's the best for you. And if you don't, you can go to Hate Mail's, Google Docs. And if you just want a general answer.
Yeah.
I imagine Hate Mail's Google Doc of all that is like kind of how I feel about the RB5 showcase. It's like it was a fun thing to start and interesting to think about, and then it became such a massive amount of work because everybody wants it.
Well, I think you put more work into the RB5 showcase than Hate Mail does into his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, yes,
he's got to decide what order to put those in.
Yeah,
right. I've still got Hate Mail's docs here on my phone from a long ass time ago. It's still right there.
I appreciated your effort, Tootie. I always enjoyed the showcases.
Thank you. I do have news on that, actually. So we have a couple players out in the ethos that really, really loved the RB5 showcase. And when I turned it into a Reddit post, they decided that they would take the burden of the majority of the work off of my shoulders if I would recreate it into a video format. And I was like, you know what? If you want to do that, I'm game. Like, you go ahead, you put all that extra work in. I'll still edit the video. I'll still put it together and all that. But the vast majority of the work is on somebody else right now. So,
all right,
that is something that could come back depending on when they get back to me on how much progress they're making, because it's a fuck ton of work.
Yeah. No, and as Sect you said, like this community is an awesome community. There are a couple people out there that aren't a lot of fun. But there are a lot of people out there that are looking to help and looking to support our content creators.
Maybe they were having a terrible day. Who knows? Maybe on their best day they're better.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's just me being self-serving, trying to fix a bug where you got to kick people out of your alliance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So do we actually? I mean, we can do another one if you want, or we can just take it around the horn, because it's looking like we're coming to the end of our hour here.
Come on, do one more. One more.
You really want to do one more?
I say one more.
Okay.
Why
Okay.
not? Why not? We can't just do 2 of them. That's not a segment if you only do 2.
It's not a segment. Well, technically, Biff's wasn't really one, but.
Oh, well. Fair.
I just saw it on there and wanted to give him some shit.
We give this shit back too.
Yes. All right, let's do this one really quick then. So here's the next one. Saint Joker, who asks, who was your tune that was deemed trash tier but chose to invest in them anyway, and then they got a rework and turned into something amazing? So
hopefully fucking Vandal Savage.
Vandal Savage, right? We haven't discussed the reworks, but yeah.
Mine was Hippolyta. I had Hippolyta when she was in the Dreg. She was still one of my main tunes I used for like every game mode.
Right.
And then she got a rework, and I was like, oh, this is great. She's even better. Especially that reset all her moves when her basic hits. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. So that was a great rework for me. That went from trash to much better.
Nice. What about you, Biff?
Well, I would say the one that's most prevalent today is Spectre.
Right.
Spectre was absolutely trash. He was the worst.
Yeah.
And I invest pretty much in everyone. So like, cause I as I said, I have everyone L4 or above. I have 6 characters left that are level 70. Everyone else is maxed level 80 and fully ringed and all that stuff. So very few people I don't invest in, but I could tell you the hero to zero or zero to hero, was Spectre.
So you already had him and were using him even though he was trash?
Not using him.
Oh, no, okay. I misunderstood the question then. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I'm trying to think the worst character I use a lot. I mean, I use he's not trash, but I use Scarecrow a lot. I did him high RB, even though he's not meta changing. I use, I went very high on Siren. She's not trash, but she's not meta. There are a lot of characters that I use. I tend to go against meta. I do. But yes, I do have my RB5 Harley Quinn. I do have some big hitters, but I try to be a little bit more creative than just what's out there. Right. Other than this Siege.
I don't know if anyone has gotten your Jesse to RB5 either. I think you're still unique there.
No.
Hawkeye was trying.
No, not Hawkeye. JP. JP did.
Oh.
JP did. Oh.
Yeah, he's JP's a respectful gentleman.
Was Hawkeye the one going after
Came
Manta?
To me first. Yeah, Hawkeye took my Manta.
Oh, took it. So it wasn't going after.
JP took my Jesse quick. But JP's a good dude, so I don't mind.
That sounds wrong. Took my
Hawkeye,
Manta.
By the way, Hawkeye's a good dude too. So
yeah, Hawkeye's a good dude.
If any 2 people had to take my uniques, then that's good. And by the way, I'm going to take Joker soon with Siren.
There you go.
So.
All right.
I have high hopes for Vandal.
You have high hopes for Vandal?
But he might genuinely be the next Blue Beetle again,
Oh, you're scaring me, Tootie.
Rework and then shit, and then rework and then shit. So we'll see.
Oh God, I'll never forget that. My first ever appearance on WROL was when Blue Beetle got the rework. Cespio went fucking Looney Tunes on the episode, and I think I said like 5 words about how bad Blue Beetle was.
Good stuff.
Never forget that.
Right, Miss. What was your answer to that, buddy?
Well, I would say there was like a couple for me. I don't know if you guys remember. It was way back when Black Flash was on here, and we were talking about Spectre and how I said that I invested in him, and I really love the character because I like all supernatural characters. And then the rework came out, and then it was just like, holy shit, he's incredible. And that was just like, because he was trash. He really was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's what BF and I were talking about, like that whole episode. I think it was just the 3 of us were the only ones on that episode. Yeah. And that's what we were talking about. Oh, I hope he can do this. And if he can do this, he'll be even better. And then he comes out and we were just like, wow. Probably that. And I'm happy for Dr. Fate because I invested in him way back. I mean, I remember, I forget which node it was. I think maybe node 4 or something, where there was only one Dr. Fate shard that you could do. And every single day at reset, I would take it all the way up to like 200 because I wanted that character. I'm talking way back before we had anything that we have today. I just played it constantly. And I think I was like one of the first people to ever have an L5. It's before there was Rebirth. I had him up to L5 at the time, and nobody else was like. The only thing was cool was his AOE that retaliation. Yeah. That was so awesome. I wish they brought that back. If they had his kit now with that, he would be amazing. And I'd say the last one was probably Grundy. I think I was probably the first one to RB5 Grundy. I just love the character, and when they reworked him and changed him a good bit. I mean, I kind of didn't like the speed ups as well, because I'd rather him just be a slower tank. Maybe if they would have just put like affinity, or not affinity, but like agility up on him or something, to make him just tank longer. I'd rather him just be slower and tankier. But I liked him as well. Those are just my characters. Usually the ones, except for Spectre, everybody uses him, but characters that people pretty much don't use at all are the ones I love the most.
Grundy is still incredibly viable, especially at RB5. Like, the guy is one of the most solid meat shields in the game. And I imagine under Atrocitus that he actually hits fucking hard too.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. I love him under Atrocitus.
Yeah.
Especially when you do Supergirl and Grundy at the same time.
Oh,
it's awesome. Lord. Yeah, I love that combo.
Oh, and yours are all RB5.
So yeah, no, that's stuff and nightmares are made of.
Yeah, and of course that would have been my answer, was Atrocitus. If I was still playing the game, Atrocitus would have been my answer, because I had the guy clear up to RB1 with enough shards to take him to RB3. So, that was somebody that I had invested in, and for whatever reason, never finished him, and he got power crept. So there's your answer from me.
No way, he's in the shop this week, AB. So don't let those gems burn a hole in your pocket.
Right.
Not to make this segment longer, but I did forget that Ra's al Ghul and Talia were both absolutely unusable before their reworks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one.
Very, very
Ra's al Ghul is a good one.
I love them both.
I like that Talia rework that you did, your own rework on her that you created.
No, that was Ra's.
Oh, right. No, I thought you had Talia too.
No, not Talia. I wanted Talia to be more of a true sight invisibility character, and they kept her and what they did is still great for her. And
I'm talking about when you had that little competition where you would submit a rework of a character, and then they would be voted up to the next one. They were just imaginary ones, not ones that actually went anywhere.
That was Angreifer, and I did I think I did Eugene Choi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you did Talia. I'm telling you did Talia.
I think I submitted 2 kits for Talia.
Yeah. And I really liked the one you had on her.
Yeah. I liked both of those kits a lot, actually. I really hope they do add Eugene Choi with that.
Yeah.
Kit. That was a cool one.
Yes, it was.
There's a chance when the Shazam movie hits, you never know.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, yeah.
Right around the corner.
I would love it if any of those siblings were to join the game, because I think the villains for that movie are made up not from the comic universe. So I would really prefer if it was a Shazam sibling and not those characters. Or if they just wanted to add Savannah and Mr. Mind too, I'd be happy with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I could see
pull that away.
Yeah, that would be Mr. Mind would be kind of cool, in a big robotic suit and him sitting at the top controlling it with little gears and stuff. Right. That would be kind of cool.
I want Tawny the Tiger.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He fucks Calabac up in Final Crisis. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
He fucks him up good.
All right. What do we say? Is it time to wrap it up? We want to take it around the horn and get the last word? Let's do that. Retmus, take us to church, pal.
I just want to thank everyone, for being here. Really grateful. It's a time of year where we're supposed to give thanks, and right around the corner is the, big Christmas holiday. If you guys, it is time for giving and caring. If you get a chance and you're at your local Walmart or anywhere like that, they always have those little angel tree Christmas trees that have little children's names on it, where you can adopt an angel, and you can go and pull one of those off, and it shows what they need for clothing, shoe size, shirt size, pants, things like that, and then some little toys and stuff they would like. They never ever ask for anything big. And if you're one of the fortunate people that, are able to make donations or something, grab a few of those, because a lot of those children rely on, charity from others, to make them happy, because, they're young, they don't understand stuff very well. And any little thing they get, it just brightens their day. And, that's at the end of the day, who doesn't love to see a smile on a child's face? I mean, that little twinkle in their eye when they open up a Christmas gift and that big smile that goes across their face, it just warms your heart, you know, and it just saddens me sometimes to think about it, that how many that don't get anything, you know, that they're just worried about getting food on their table. So, you know, if, you know, I would sacrifice my own stuff, you know, just to help other people. So if anybody's in the position and they can do it, you know, try and help someone out. It doesn't cost hardly anything at all. And it's appreciated.
What you say every week is appreciated. Thank you, Retmus. All right, Biff, you get to follow that, pal.
As always.
As always.
Yeah. Well, I guess in the spirit of giving, I'll bring back something that can bring a gift to someone in the community that has not been around for some time. Right. And I'll be releasing a Biff challenge.
Ooh.
Just an easy one, though. This isn't going to take a lot of work. You don't have to be overly creative. It's just going to be a small prize of $25 because it's not a whole lot of work, but I'll release it later today. As I alluded to earlier, I have 6 characters left in the game that are not level 80 max ringed L4 or above. So I have 6 left that are level 70, ring 5, and L4. And the challenge is going to be for you to guess those 6 characters. And so AAD members are not eligible.
Dang it.
Because they can because they can go into my roster. And this is for the rest of the community. But the hint I will give you is there's 2 of each affinity. So there's 2 reds, 2 greens, 2 blues that I have chosen as the bottom 6 characters in all of DCO that I have yet to go level 80 and spend all the rings on them. So just put in on our server, on the AAD server, and the Biff Challenge channel. It would be for a $25 either Google or iOS gift card, or if you're international, I'll do it via PayPal. But just you get to pick 6 characters, and if anyone, so speed helps here. If anyone goes 6 for 6, I will end the contest on the spot. So if anyone just gets it, it's over. But I'll put the length of the contest maybe a week until next show or something like that.
Technically, I'm not a member of AAD.
Correct, and you can't see my roster. So technically, you could.
What was that?
You could do it because the only reason the 29 people and other people in AAD can't do it is because they can actually go in and see my roster and see who's at the bottom.
Then I already have an idea, so maybe I will do it.
Okay.
Maybe I will.
And then the next episode we'll have Biff's reasoning why they were at the bottom.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it's going to be fairly apparent when you see them. There's not a lot of 0 to heroes on there. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they probably would have gotten the upgrade treatment by now if they were worth it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to give that hint. You're just giving one away.
Yeah, don't give one away.
There is one that used to be great. I'll just give that one hint.
Well, stop giving them hints.
Well, that's it. I just gave a hint on 1 out of 6.
Okay. All right. You have anything else, buddy?
Nope.
All right.
That's it. Be nice to children. Put a sparkle in their eye, as per Remus.
Sparkles in their eye. That's not nice.
Yeah, don't do that shit.
It's fucked up, man.
Oh, by the way, if anyone needs glitter, hit me up. My wife used to have a glitter business. Boxes and boxes
of
that
glitter.
shit. Can never get rid of it.
You can redecorate your car with it.
They have a hell of a New Year's party every year. Check this out.
Right.
Woo!
Give me some Elmer's glue and I'll give you a paint job, buddy.
Oh my God, you could do some crazy shit with like glue on like a full bodysuit and just dive into it.
Yeah.
Check this out.
I'd rather face Retmus's RB5 team than go into that fucking glitter room right now. Come out looking like a stripper.
Dang gummit. We just got tagged, by the way, over on DCL4Es. I guess Zuzu tagged us because we're in the top 10 alliances of the of the not for raids, but for Siege too, I guess.
Wait, what?
Siege?
Let's see if I can read that right.
That can't be right.
You're on day 4. No. Not only for raids, but for
I
Siege
think,
too.
yeah.
So whatever you play, do it strong. Okay.
Oh, he's probably just reminding
Mashing
people
them all.
it's ending or something.
Yeah. Anyways, there you go. We're 6th, I guess. Hooray!
6th. We were just 5th a minute ago.
That's weird too, isn't it? To talk about Siege and raids ending on the same day. That doesn't usually.
Yeah. Too much shit going on right now.
Yeah.
I almost forgot to do my Siege yesterday.
Yeah.
I haven't played it all month.
Good for you.
I think I got up to a little above 300 trophies, and I'm like, all right, fuck it.
That's about where I always
Plastic Man is cool, but he's not that cool.
Right.
Yeah. He's fun. I'm enjoying using him at least as a bonus tune. He's fun.
I mean, I absolutely love the animations.
Yeah, the animations are awesome.
So I said something about because his third ability is like it's named Hit Salad or something like that, and the picture of it is literally a fist going through a salad. And I said something about how tossing someone's salad, and I guess I didn't really understand what that meant. Because I thought it just meant beating somebody up. And,
you didn't know that would be
you didn't know what it meant.
Somebody off, pretty much, So it's
don't ever go to prison.
I made a sex joke without even trying.
I heard that joke. I thought you knew what you were doing there too.
No, I did not.
Did you think a rusty trombone is a
an actual musical instrument?
Yeah, exactly. It was left out in the rain.
Oh God, I'm still so young. And
let's not talk about those.
Wow.
I thought tossing someone's salad meant like beat the shit out of them.
Don't,
because that's what he does. But
Tootie, don't ever go to prison.
It's really the opposite of beating someone up.
Right.
I mean, you're getting the shit out of them, just not through
a beating
process.
There's shit involved somewhere.
Yeah.
But anyways, is this that all we got? Whose last word was that anyway? I've lost track.
I think that was a long-winded one from me, I guess.
Yeah, okay. I think that's what it was. We haven't got to Tootie yet.
We still have Secchu and Tootie to go.
Yeah, we haven't even got to these guys yet. All right. Thank you, Biff. All right. Tootie, I'll give you the next one. Go for it, bud.
I'll be short and sweet. I know that I definitely shat on a lot of my viewers this episode, but I do promise you that I appreciate and I'm thankful for all of you, even my critics. I might get fired up from time to time, but sometimes we need some constructive criticism, and that helps me get better and better every time. So thank you for everyone for that. And now off to Secchu.
Thank you very much, Tootie. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here today, pal. Secchu, you're last, pal. Give us the final word.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope you had a nice time with your families and, whatever else you chose to do this weekend. I hope if you did Black Friday shopping that you got some awesome deals. If you did anything else this weekend, I hope that went great for you too. And, thanks for listening to the show. I appreciate our listeners. I appreciate the people that chat with us and that talk with us on our server. And I'm sure this is probably going to generate some responses since, I told Reddit to fuck off and they didn't apologize for 10 minutes later. So I'm sure some people are going to be like, what?
Right.
He comes storming me soon. So that should be fun. But I just want to say happy Thanksgiving. And like Retmus said, heading into the holiday season, keep the kids in mind and throw some glitter in their face like Biff said, or I don't know.
There you go. There you go. Thank you very much, Secchu. Public enemy number 1 there, folks.
Damn right.
And we want to thank all of you for taking the time to be with us today. Get on our website, AtlantisAfterDark.com. Grab some cool swag from the merch store, get on Discord and talk directly with us, or hit that subscribe button because you know you want to. For Biff, for Retmus, for Tootitron, and for Secchu, we'll see you all right here next time, if I can keep my words straight, for another episode of AAD. So long, everybody. And that's it.